My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire, where we're going to be doing a challenge run. This challenge run has been suggested by Sean Cheney. It is called the Red Run TM. Ironclad, Ascension 0 or 1, which is up to me, because apparently it might be hard. I may only take red relics. I need to use my judgment. Personally, Sean would say that Runic Dodecahedron is orange, and so it doesn't count. Warpaint has a splash of red, so that's close enough. Red Skull is the ideal relic. This includes boss relics. I may only take red potions. Attack, fire, strength, steroid, and fear. No weak, no exploding. Oh, right, yeah, no exploding AoE. Alright, that makes sense. Any cards you pick must have red in the art. Twin Strike is good. Ghostly Armor is a hard no. Feel free to use the beta art as a tool. So I'll be swapping on and off the beta art to check whether or not I can find any red available to justify it. In the art as well, it can't just be a red card, because otherwise I have the easiest trump card if, all of the Ironclad cards are red. You may choose any of the red mods, but you must follow all other rules. For example, starter deck is not an option, because it would give you a non-red relic in the binary crown. Think red thoughts and have fun. So I can promise you I will follow all of those except for think red thoughts. That one's going to be a wee bit hard. Now, Ascension 1 is my Ascension du jour, so let's see if there's any of these reds that I will turn on. So, I may only take red relics. Let's actually have a quick look before we do anything here at what relics are red. Because if there's too small a percentage of relics that actually feature red in their art, it's probably like brown on the inside of that marble there. I don't know if I could justify calling that red. Technically, I think it is. But I don't know if I could justify calling that red. So Bloodval, Omamori, Red Skull, Regal Pillow, Strawberry, Warpaint, and Whetstone. Oh god, that's like 6 out of the commons. The uncommons... No, that's orange and yellow. No Bottled Flame for me. But the tip of the fire on the blue candle is definitely red. The outline, by the way, is not present in-game. That just denotes that it's an Ironclad relic, so Paper Frog is not available to me either. Ornamental Fan, however, is... That's gotta be red, right? That's pretty red. No, if I can justify that one. That's pretty red on the inside as well. It's rare cooked, if I'd say. But even then, right, we've still got a pretty small amount of uncommon relics that I can take. Can't take that, can't take that. I can take the Magic Flower, Nunchaku, Tori, as well as the Wing Boots. Yikes. I can also take the Prayer Wheel. No one's going to argue that's not red on the inside, right? So definitely Cursed Key, definitely Mark of Pain, definitely Fusion Hammer, Philosopher's Stone, Runic Cube, Velvet Choker. I would argue that the tiny house is also red. Or rather the roof on the tiny house in particular is red. Anything else has a splash of red around here? Yeah. The Orrery has a red planet. Obviously Ring of the Serpent doesn't matter to us, so we can't argue about whether or not that eye is ruby. Event relics? I mean, Bloody Idol, obviously, but I can't take Bloody Idol unless I have Golden Idol, and I can't take Golden Idol because it's not red. Enchiridion I can definitely take. Definitely the Necronomicon as well. Now's Lament I can also take. Hell yeah. Okay, so I actually do have that as an option. Although, because we're going to be doing a custom run, we don't actually start with the options at Meow. So I can take Spirit Poop as well. Good to keep in mind. Niri's Codex. Okay, so it's good. I can take any of the Cursed Tome events. That's really nice to know, so I can always push through with that. Gremlin Visage, no. I mean, Gremlin Visage is also awarded from an event that could give me other relics like Lost Hungry Face, which doesn't have red. Although, I can't turn down Gremlin's Visage. Right, yeah, so it could randomly give me one, so I just can't take a mask. Obviously, Mutagenic Strength and Lost Gift are on the table. Red Mask. Let me just think about this one. Let me stroke my pitiful chin beard. I don't know about that. Nothing on Brimstone. Medical Kit, I guess I get. Alright, there is actually like a severe lack of reds here. That's a problem. That's a problem. Prismatic Shard is interesting. I guess I could start with Prismatic Shard. Prismatic Shard is red. Alright, so why do I want to check that kind of thing? Well, because in the negatives, there's actually a couple of them that are quite positive, right? Elite enemies are now spawning the Spire and drop better rewards. Lethality is obviously good if you want to go particularly aggressive, and a lot of the red cards are going to be aggressive cards, right? The visual theming of red is typically associated with aggression in this game at the very least. And deadly events, like I could have done like, actually can do Cursed Run, right? Cursed Key, no, Darkstone Periapt and Duvu Doll. Did we actually check those? Because I suspect those don't have red on them, which means I wouldn't be able to use them. So where's Darkstone Periapt? Yeah, no red on the Periapt and no red on the Duvu Doll. Okay, so that's a no. That's a hard no on being able to go for that one. Certain Future, no. Terminal, no. Night Terrors, no. You can no longer smith at rest sites. Searing Blow would be a really good card in this, so I don't think I want to take that. Lethality helps me just push through bosses. Almost every strike card in this game is going to have red, so I feel like the obvious thing to do is to build a Perfected Strike deck. I'm going to turn on Lethality, because I suspect I am going for a Perfected Strike deck almost exclusively. May only take red relics. Alright. This one's for you, Sean. Time for a challenge. Okay. Maximum path is 3 elites. Not that many rests on the path. I can duck away for extra rests early if I want to. Fine. Let's give all this a go. Yeah, that's a full defending opening turn right there. And a full aggressing next turn. Would have been nice if Bash was in the second hand, because then I could have pushed for lethal this turn, but you know, you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, I've heard you might just find that you'll get what you need. Pommel Strike. Red. Extremely red, right? Let's also view the beta art. Ooh, really red. Beautiful. So obviously I don't want to take Body Slam because a lot of the defensive cards are going to have brown or blue as their primary colors, being heavily associated with defense in this game, at least visually and thematically for this character. I don't want to buy any potions because there are a lot of potions I can't take. There's a couple of there's a fair few potions I can't take, actually. So I heal 6 at the end of this fight, so I can actually just eat the first attack from the cultist if I needed to. Don't need to, though. Clothesline is definitely red. Even on its beta art. Dual Wield is red on both of them. I mean, like the red trousers of the Ironclad versus the red apples. Huh? Second Wind has red as well. Okay, so I actually have free choice. That said, I'm not going to take, I don't think, anything here. Because I am going to want to keep this really aggressive. Oh, well, good thing Doubt has red on the card. Searing Blow this early. Ooh, okay, now I'm actually diverging my path. We'll go here, here, here. Hit 3 upgrades on the Searing Blow this floor. I don't want to clothesline. I'll purposefully mismatch that. And I do want a Fiend Fire. Hell yes. Fiend Fire has also got red on the card. Oh, yes. That's a big Fiend Fire. It's only 28 damage, though. If only we weren't weakened. Alas, we are. Fear Potion's obviously got red on it. Whirlwind has red, so does Wild Strike, though. So if I take Wild Strike, what am I doing? I'm building Perfected Strike deck. If I take Whirlwind, I'm going for AoE. Whirlwind is typically good by itself, but the fact that I can support a full Perfected Strike deck means that I'm pushing in that direction, I believe. Wait a second, what did I just do? I was gonna upgrade the Searing Blow 3 times this floor and skip all elites. Clearly, somewhere there I lost the memo. Also, I should have gone for the Whirlwind. I keep forgetting that I have Lethality. So, single large attacks are much worse when you have Lethality as a modifier. Anyone want to guess why I mentioned that? Hint, it has to do with the fact that I just drafted myself into a build that is filled with single large attacks. Alright. clearly I'm ill-considering the things that I should for this run so far. So if we do lose the first run, it should be pretty quick. I mean, oh god, really? All of my defense? That's all of my remaining defense in that hand. Thanks, game. Well, if we bite it, we're gonna bite it early at the very least. Pocket watch. It's also worth noting that a lot of the time will just muscle memory will force me to just insta-click things. So if that happens, I'm gonna just try and reload on that space, remove the thing that was added to my deck. No, I was trying to click add a card. I moved my mouse down. You saw it. You all saw it. I mean, I can justify anything here except for Intimidate. Nah, I could justify Intimidate with the beta art. That said, I'm not going to take any of those. And I should be dodging elites because there's a lot of relics that I can't take. Ryan? Ryan? Are you okay? What is this ridiculously short memory you have? Obviously, Reaper is incredible here. Alright, fine, I'll upgrade steering wheel. Can't take a Mercury Hourglass. Let's try and split the enemy and then use Reaper against 2 sections of it. I'll want to split the enemy on a turn where they're attacking because I don't even really care about defense. Don't draw Reaper. Neat. I hate that I'm weakened this turn. That's good. Reaper now. Hey, good heal. Beautiful. Whew. Goodbye to the Spike Slime. Hello to... Not going to take any of those. There's a Perfected Strike. Well, the idea of this build is coming together. Does Shrug It Off have red in its beta art? It does. That's it. I'm going to go Bag of Marbles. Yes. Yeah, I will go with Bag of Marbles. Red. That was one of the fringe ones in my mind. Alright. Unfortunately, I'm about to get weakened, which is going to heavily limit the impact of this Reaper. Or I'll kill all of the enemies, which will heavily limit the impact the Reaper could have, because the enemies are dead. I can't take Fruit Juice and use it, sadly, here. Okay. Yeah, no, we've got split priorities in this. This run is already really bad, just due to the fact that I have all of these split priorities. Like, I keep trying to go really, really heavy on the Reaper, and then really heavy on... Oh, man. I'm making so many mistakes right now. I keep trying to go heavy on the Reaper, and then heavy on the Searing Blow, and then heavy on Perfected Strike, and then take elites, and then not take elites. It's really mismanaged on my part. Can't really afford to put too many Wild Strikes out there. Okay. It prevents the enemy from getting their attack through at the very least. Spin Bash to set up for the next turn. Okay, can I just eat damage this turn? No. And if I attack here, I'm dead. Alright, yeah. This has all just been awfully handled on my part. Yay, we actually left the first floor. Demon form is obviously red. Okay, getting Cursed Key there actually gives me some hope for this run, but I need to straighten up and fly right. I need to stop trying to take out elites. I need to go to as many rest sites as I can possibly get. I also do want as many question marks as I can hit this floor, due to the fact that the Cursed Tome event is really good for us. Shops are also really good as another opportunity to pick up some really neat cards. Goodbye. Can't take Endless Brood. Don't really want to take any of the rest of those. 1 in 20 cards to add. There's Whirlwind. Pommel Strike, Twin Strike, great. Incredible. Whirlwind actually provides AoE to the deck that doesn't really have it yet. Rage also is a really good option there. Always draw first. That said, it wouldn't have changed anything there, but still, always draw first. As a rule. Heavy Blade. Okay, so that already has 9 extra damage on that card, so it's 23. Upgrade and it'll get, what, 15? 15 on top of that's 29? 29 with no other source of strength? Nah, not interested. Red Skull. It's the ideal card for this entire run. I actually didn't really want Red Skull, but the ideal card for this run. Let's go for 90 gold, 90 gold, 90 gold, 90 gold. At least. Puts me below half HP, so I could try and hunt these 2 elites if I want. And in fact, I do. That is to say, want to hunt these 2 elites. 1 down. 2 down. So, oh well, no Giant Reaper for me, but on the bright side, still a really good fight. Hey, Wall Paint, we do get to take that. Wild Strike, pre-upgrade. No Cursed Tome here. Too good an opening hand to turn down. Beautiful. Can't take Power Potion. Don't want to take any of that, though. Hey, hey! Reaper in the opening hand is always good. It's often good. Sometimes it's good. It's good in this position. I'd love to have gotten a bash out on the backline of there, but I can't really justify it. Okay. I feel like I may have straightened up, and I feel like I might be flying right now. Good amount of HP. Bash, pommel. That's not lethal. I'm actually really happy to be taking some damage here. If I can have my Cursed Key active, I'll be real pleased about it. Dead Branch, can't afford to take it. Sorry. No, I can't think that I can call that red. Even in its beta art. This will give me a curse and possibly a relic. I just skip it. Whirlwind is too important to not upgrade. Even though we're trying to go for a Searing Blow deck. I think Searing Blow is just, it's out now. 13, 22s, 35 is not enough. Go for double defense. Alright, put me below half HP. Thank you. Good healer. And Fungi Beast down. Can't take Entropic Brew. Can take a Pommel Strike though. Move all strikes, obtain 5 bites. Oh, they're so red though. But then I don't have a strike. Then I don't have a perfected strike deck. What do I have? I have Whirlwind. That's my deck. Whirlwind. I can't do that. They're so red though. Getting to half of my max HP would be easier with the Red Skull, but also it would be much more dangerous with the Red Skull. If I took that event. There we go. Whew. Would have been 1 short otherwise. Wild Strike, obviously. Inflame is also a consideration there, but Wild Strike for the perfected strike's sake. The fact that this leaves us with access to almost everything that goes into a perfected strike build means that this is not going to be as difficult as Sean may have considered that it would have been. Demon form should probably be upgraded here. Am I breaking any rules yet? I mean, the most marginal one is this, but that's a blue-red, that's a blue marble, that's a red marble. Pull up the art on your own screen. I suspect that... I mean, it is use your judgment, and my judgment says that's red. So, sorry if you feel otherwise, but it does say use your judgment. Cards, potions, can only choose red mods. Yeah, seems like I'm doing fine so far. Ideally, I don't want the... Nice, below half HP. Ideally, I don't want to burn the strikes out of my deck early here, if I can avoid it. Roll into the next hands. Not going to be there. That's obviously what I meant to say. Alright, below half HP exactly. Strike, strike, wild strike, defends. Here's the big swing. Can I defend? Draw first. Defend, defend. Wild strike. I mean, there's nothing else I can do on that turn, so. Dead. I suspected so. Alright, we'll retry this one now. And I can actually go in a better direction and not try and split the deck in seven different ways there. I think lethality is actually something I leave on, though. Alright, good. Good, good, good. Granted. So we dodge elites and go for rest, because the elites give us relics, and then the relics are unlikely to actually be viable for us. We want question marks, and we want shops. Okay, so we will have 1 elite on this floor, but kind of necessary. Frontliner is 21. We deal 27, so we can just kill the frontliner outright. Neat. Ooh, attack potion. Can definitely take that. Rupture. Rupture is never part of, like, a really, really good build. Is it? What does it pair with? Combust and Brutality are the 2 things that you would want to pair it with. You don't want to pair it with a Hemogenesis, because... Hemogenesis? Hemostasis. Actually, I forgot the name of the card, but it doesn't matter because it's bad. Hemokinesis, there we go. You don't want to add it with that because it's such a slow gain of strength as to be near useless. So something that, if it's giving you a strength every single turn, okay, now we can consider it. But then also, you'd want the fight to go long so that you can benefit from that strength. And we don't want the fights to go long because lethality means our enemies will just bop us to death in that time. Bop us all the way to Sunday and back. Alright. Never killing the next turn. Neat. Hey, we can take flex. Flex actually does go in this build. Can't take the golden idol. It's golden. Flex goes in this build because we're likely to want to include just like a bunch more attacks. Why are we likely to include a bunch more attacks? Well, consider that Perfected Strike is... like, Perfected Strike and Whirlwind are the two builds that we want to go for here. And then consider immediately after that both of those benefit heavily from Flex. Pommel Strike. First upgrade has to be on Bash, then Flex, then Pommel Strike. In that order. I could take the Doubt here. Gives me a giant boost before the next shot. Okay. Pommel. Pommel is obviously incredible for us. Flex. Flex means that we take the Clockwork Souvenir as well. No! We can't take the... Ryan! See what I mean? I have a baked-in reflex of a lot of time played that says that... I'm not going to calculate that. That says that I should do things like take a Clockwork Souvenir in this position. Obviously, there's no way I could justify that. I could justify Trip really easily, though. That's red. That is red. That's nothing but red. The beta art doesn't help me, but the Trip art does. Alright. Taking that. Definitely can't take the Oldie Smooth Stone. Alright, let's see what we get from the attack potion here as well. Whoo! That's a free Immolate. Lovely. What a good fight we've had. Ornamental Fan. Every time we play 3 attacks in a single turn, get 4 block. That's really good for us. Sword Boomerang. Yeah, we can definitely justify that as red, both on beta and non-beta arts. That said, Wild Strike obviously goes with the idea of the build. Sword Boomerang hits multiple times, so it benefits multiple times from lethality, though. I think we'll just take the Sword Boomerang here. I don't like Wild Strike, actually. Even in a Perfected Strike build, I don't oftentimes like it. The extra attack defended me for 4 as well as buffed this enemy, but overall it was good. Seeing red. I mean, I honestly think seeing red is a bad pick here, but it's so thematically viable that I think I need to take it. Flex and Trip are our next upgrades now. I'll take the Centennial Puzzle. Upgrades are more important. Okay, upgrade on Pommel is like a lot of extra numbers as well. That said, Trip is going to be very important to have upgraded by next floor, and Pommel. Heck yeah. Unfortunately, like, one of the worst things that can happen to us is the boss relic. I'm going to go with the Sword Boomerang and leave Pommel for later. Almost certainly correct in this combat just to go all out aggressive. Specifically at this point in time, I suspect that's the case. I'll eat the damage because now it's time to murder. All of those, I can justify all or any of these. That said, Immolate is really good for the next floor. Demon Form would be better supported if we had a Reaper in the deck, but we don't have a Reaper in the deck, so we probably don't want the Demon Form because we won't really have the time to play and then benefit from the Demon Form. Feed is more max HP, and more max HP makes us more survivable in later fights. Like, consider if I am going to go up against Donu and Decker, and they're going to be attacking us constantly, and they have a lethality modifier, and they also do multiple attacks every single turn, I need to have a lot of max HP because I'm just going to be trading away my HP as a resource while I try and kill them. That's it, I have no AoE, right? I'll take feed. Fine. Extra energy is really good. Mark of Pain is going to be diluting my deck a little bit, but that's fine because I'm going for a Perfected Strike build. I'm going to be diluting my own deck. Okay, there's actually a really good path. Starts here, and then it swings off to the left up top. Alright. Youch. One, two, and pop them off. There's a feed in the deck. I gotta remember to actually wait for the feed. Seeing red again? That's a bit much now. Especially because I've got 2 non-useful cards in my entire deck at this point. Oh. I could get rid of feed right now just to full heal and get back to max HP. Or I could get rid of seeing red for the full heal. That's 10 max HP as well if I get rid of feed. No, we'll get rid of seeing red now. Sigh. Well, this is an awful time to be fighting the birds. This one's for the birds, babe. Oh, God. I can't believe they harms me so much. Explosive, can't take. Don't really want any of those ones. Can duplicate a card in my deck at this point. It'd be Pommel. Oh no, I can't. I cannot do that. Ryan, please remember that. Very important you remember that, right? I suspect as a result of that, I probably take none of these. If anything, Steroid Potion. That's just to help me suddenly push for lethal in a boss fight or an elite fight if it's needed. I'm not trying to remove cards from my deck because that's going to increase the effectiveness of the wounds that get shuffled into our deck as a result of Mark of Pain. Anything that hits an extra time is a large amount of extra damage for us. Good. Good again. There's the Perfected Strike. And it was pre-upgraded. Neat. Upgrade this for the extra draw. Yes, I know feed is languishing, waiting for an upgrade. You'll get one. Hopefully. Eventually. Can't take Toxic Egg. Upgrade all strikes and defense. Especially because we're going to keep all of those strikes, and the defense are probably going to be the only defense that we have in the entire deck at any point, ever. That could have been a significantly worse turn. Very glad that we just got that upgrade. Alright. Pommel. Pommel is really good because it's going to help me with the draw that we need. Over Twin Strike? Yeah, the Twin Strike. Alright. Every card in the deck is now upgraded. That's pretty good. That's not super common. Really wish I could have played the Perfected Strike there, but that was a lot of HP I'd be losing out on. Alright, feed being on the bottom of the deck is really, really helpful here. Have I chosen? Offering. That's red. That's extremely red. Are you kidding me? I really wish I could take Brimstone. That's another Pommel, though. Maybe I take the attack potion just so I can try and push through later combats as well. I mean, our money is devalued, isn't it? Right? That's another thing that I need to consider. Our money is worth less. Not worthless, but worth less. So if I can use it on something, I probably should. This is actually a really good turn for the steroid potion. Trip. Damn. Drew us past a wound at the very least. I mean, we took away about a third of the HP of the collector here. Do I want to go for an attack potion push? No, this fight just got a lot less terrifying when we had those multi-attacks in the opening hand there. I'm no longer really scared of dying. Bye-bye, collector. And... Cursed key and the thing after this. Limit break. Can I justify it? No. That's pink. And that's brown. Oh, I really wish I could. You have no idea how mad that makes me that I can't take that. It's like the capstone. Oh, I can't take any of those. It's the capstone piece for this kind of run. Alright. So no second boss relic. That's fine. That's fine, I guess. You can tell how fine it is by how much I'm insisting that it's fine. Let's go to a couple of early shops here. See if I can find value in any of them. It's fine. I'm happy to take 5 damage here. I'll heal it up by the end of the combat anyway. I could have drawn looking for feed. Twin Strike, definitely. How many colorless cards are red? Trip. No Apotheosis. It's all yellow. And Apotheosis does nothing in this deck. Flash of Steel is blue primarily, if I recall correctly. Finesse blue. There's not that many that I want here, so I'm not even gonna risk it. Secret Weapon is Red Cloak over there. Yep. Why do I keep finding all the stuff that I desperately want? That's yellow on the inside. Dang it. There's another pummel, I guess. Pummel's real good in this build. Alright. We'll hold off because there's another shop in another 2 spaces time. So it's not like this is an issue we need to immediately solve. Feed. We'll wait for the feed. Because we can. We have no other strength inclusion in our decks, so Heavy Blade's not great. Warpaint, Pummel, Perfected Strike. Oh, the background of Flash of Steel is red. Yes. Good job. Whee! The Flex upgraded because we have so many Pummels in the deck. No need to use my Pummel there. I wanted to cycle back to it. If I can avoid it, I don't want to use Secret Weapon here, so let's pull out Bash, actually. That's really good for us. Keep the enemy vulnerable for as long as they are alive. This looks like this is probably the run that's going to do it, if any run this episode will. Alright. Next hand has a Pummel, we're fine. Goodbye, Transient's damage. That needs to just immediately be discarded. Perfected Strike, obviously. Let's upgrade the other Perfected Strike as well. Beautiful. Can't take that. Would be pretty useful, but I can't take it. I can't not roll this event. So if it had have given me Decay and Decay doesn't have red on it, for example. I don't know if Decay does have red on it. In fact, I suspect it does. But if it had have given me Decay, I wouldn't have been able to turn that down because it's just immediately awarded to you. Don't need to do anything now. Ooh, yikes. Single large attack, I guess? Best I can really do, though. We have a fair few sources of vulnerability in this deck. I think we can take that drop kick. All of these pummels need an upgrade for the extra damage. Twin Strike just a little out. Also Prismatic Shard just a little out. Havoc? Do we take Havoc in this deck? Only if we could upgrade it, and even then, it's oftentimes playing a zero-cost card for us. Time Eater rather than Dono and Deca, that's good news for us. Alright, so if we can kill the backliner and use the feed next turn, I'll be really pleased. If we can just kill the backliner, I'm fine with that as well. Turns out I'm fine with that as well. Uppercut definitely has red on it, but I don't want to take it. It's another source of vulnerability in the deck. I'll take a Warcry. Re-upgraded Warcry will do. Alright. Smithing here is not going to be as important as 15 HP. Give me vulnerability. Vulnerability. No? Alright, perfected strike, perfected strike. I'm gonna generate the attack potion looking for vulnerability first. Didn't find it. Ah, look, vulnerability. Found it in the end there. So yeah, this is entirely a race. 100%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enemy's not split yet, but that was actually a pretty good turn for us. Feed back atop the deck and then pull out, I guess, Pummel here because we have the flex in this hand. Ow. Ow. Ow, I need to kill in 5 cards this turn. Can I do it? No. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. I'm almost certainly going to lose. Unless the enemy defends after they come out of this. Yeah, we're dead. Even that's not a full defense. 1, 2, 3. Kill me. So I could play the defend, or I could have played Perfected Strike, Strike, Strike. Perfected Strike, Strike, Strike gets me 4 defense from the Ornamental Fan, but the defend gets me 8 by itself. There was no way, I don't think, right? Because it was defense, Strike, Strike, Perfected Strike, and Flex in the same hand. Yeah, so there was no way that I was going to be able to trigger the Ornamental Fan as well as play a defend in that hand. That's unfortunate. That was really, really close to a victory. So a large amount of that victory was reliant on these pummels. But in a perfect world, those perfected strikes would have been just a little bit better for us. I think that the feed pickup was a particularly good idea. I think basically every inclusion in this deck was a relatively good idea. Defense-wise, I mean, obviously a deck like this is going to have trouble going heavily into its own defense. I think the fact that we got so many pummels was ridiculously lucky, number one. But I think that means that most of the time we were coming out pretty far ahead in terms of the amount of turns and like damage per turn versus our enemies because of lethality, right? If it wasn't for having picked up all of these pummels, I suspect that I would say at this point, okay, maybe lethality wasn't a good modifier, but I think it definitely was for us here. It's just unfortunate. The Time Eater was going for, like, the heaviest attack the Time Eater can do every single turn, which is a little frustrating, but yeah, it happens. For the moment though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been the Red Run, suggested by Sean Cheney. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.